Hello, Bob here. Welcome to Tapping for Better Sleep for Seniors. And before I demonstrate how to do that, I'm in my backyard. It's been a sunny day, and I'm trying to get as much vitamin D into my system as I possibly can from the sun. I do take a supplement in the wintertime, a vitamin D supplement. A vitamin D, just in case you didn't know, boosts your immune system. And with COVID rampant everywhere in Ontario anyway, we need the best immune system we can possibly get. So being outside in the sunshine is a great idea. And of course, if you want to have a good night's sleep, that means get to sleep quickly and stay asleep longer, 6 to 8 hours, without being interrupted. You need to turn off the blue light in your house as the sun goes down, which means any technology such as TV, phone, or maybe a computer needs to go off. And of course, you wouldn't dare eat 3 hours before bedtime. So whatever time you eat your dinner, say at 6 p.m., you would stop eating if you're planning on going to bed at around 11. It's eating and drinking. Of course, you can have water, but nothing else. And you're going to turn down the temperature in your house and turn down the lights and keep your room really, really dark. And when you're all set and ready to go, you're going to snuggle up in bed, and maybe you can get rid of the monkey stress that's in your head from all the nonsense that's going on in our world today by tapping. And this is how you do it. As we tap the 9 meridians in our body to try to clear the anxiety so that we can relax enough to get a full night's sleep, we're going to say something about sleeping and the problems we have with it, and then we're going to say something good about ourselves. So we identify the negative thing, and then we say something good about ourselves as we tap our way through our body, and that will do the trick. The first thing we're going to do is tap the part of your hand that's below the baby finger here. It doesn't matter what side of the body you tap, doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter how hard you tap. Just tap with me right here and repeat after me. Even though I have trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep so that I get a good night's rest, I'm a good person and I deserve a good night's sleep. So even though I have trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep so I get a good night's rest, I'm a good person and I deserve a good night's rest. Point number 2 is right here where the eyebrow meets the top of the nose. That's where we're going to tap. Doesn't matter what side you tap on. And just gently tap there, meridian number 2, and say, even though I have trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep long enough to get a good night's rest, I'm a good person and I deserve a good night's rest. Then we go to the end of the eyebrow over here, doesn't matter what side. Even though I have trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep long enough to get a good night's rest, I'm a good person and I deserve a good night's rest. Right here on the bone below the eye, even though I have trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep to get a good night's rest, I'm a good person and I deserve a good night's rest. The next one is below the nose, above the lip, right here. Even though I have trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep to get a good night's rest, I'm a good person and I deserve a good night's rest. Below the lip, above the chin. Even though I have trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep to get a good night's rest, I'm a good person and I deserve a good night's rest. Your collarbone is right here, just down a little bit, maybe an inch on either side, doesn't matter. Even though I have trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep long enough to get a good night's rest, I'm a good person and I deserve a good night's rest. Under the armpit, doesn't matter what side. Even though I have trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep to get a good night's rest, I'm a good person and I deserve a good night's rest. And the last one is the top of your head in the middle. Even though I have trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep to get a good night's rest, I'm a good person and I deserve a good night's rest. We're using tapping so that we can get rid of the anxiety that we have around sleeping. You can use tapping to get rid of any anxiety, anything. You just need to identify it by saying, even though I'm afraid of snakes, I'm a good person and I deserve to not have snakes bother me. Something like that, if that's what you're afraid of. Doesn't matter what it is. You don't need any equipment. You can do it any time and any place. And if there are people around you, you can think it while you tap. But you have to say it and think it in your head. I like to say it out loud, even if I'm in bed and I'm trying to get to sleep and I don't want to disturb anybody else in the house. I still say it out loud because I need to say it to focus. Okay? And if you go through it once and you're not asleep, or you think this is silly, that's not going to work, keep doing it. I guarantee you will be asleep very shortly after you start doing this, and you will stay asleep. And if you didn't stay asleep for 6 to 8 hours, you woke up for some reason, maybe you want to change what you're saying. Maybe your brain didn't understand exactly what your problem was, or you didn't say nice enough stuff about yourself. Okay? Good luck. Let me know what happens. Just send me a message.